Friends, these are the two questions like what are diastereoisomers and differentiate diastereoisomers and epimers. These are the common questions that belong to the carbohydrate chemistry and we'll be understanding in this session, in this video lecture about the diastereoisomers and epimers. So let's start. Namaskar Bandhugan. Welcome to my YouTube channel Sahil Educations and I'm Sahil. So let's talk about diastereoisomers first. What are diastereoisomers? These are the isomers which do have the change in the spatial arrangements of OH and H in any of the chiral carbon of a monosaccharide. And if we talk about epimers, they do have a change in the spatial arrangements of OH and H in only one chiral carbon. So before understanding these things, let's do some example. So you definitely have heard about this tree, a plant. This plant may have different kind of products like leaf, fruit, flower and root. All these plant products are diastereoisomers. There is no other kind of fun to say that these leaf, fruits, flowers and roots are the diastereoisomers with each other. How? They all belong to this tree. They all belong to this tree. That is why you can say that these all of these are the diastereoisomers with each other. But when you say about the epimers, then you will be saying that if this leaf is a green colored and this fruit is also a green color, green in color, then these two things are epimers to each other. Why? Because this leaf may not have any taste, but this fruit of green color, they do have taste. If we see the flower with red color and a fruit of red color, then these two are also epimers to each other. Let's talk about the diastereoisomers and epimers in real example. You have heard that stereoisomers. Stereoisomers. Its number is 2 to the power n. 6 carbon compound contains 16 stereoisomers. 6 carbon compound may have 16 kind of stereoisomers. 16 stereoisomers. Among them, 8 are D forms and other 8 must be L form. This D and L are enantiomers. We have already discussed about these things earlier. These two are enantiomers, 8 D form stereoisomers and 8 L form stereoisomers. In combination, there are 16 stereoisomers. So these 8 are diastereoisomers with each other. These 8 are diastereoisomers each other and these 8 are also diastereoisomers to each other. Okay, so let's draw now. I'll be drawing with the help of this tree. This is all Altros gladly make gum in giant tanks. So we'll be drawing the D forms, D enantiomers. Six carbon compounds. 6 carbon compounds will be drawing. Okay, see. Allos. 4 chiral carbon. There is CHO and here CH2OH. This is left to all. So all the H will come at left. So these are OH. Okay, coming to Altros. Again 4 chiral carbons. This Altros is just right to the R and this R is left at E, E is left at G. So for G this is at the left, for E this is at the left, for R it is again left, and for altrose this is in the right. These are OH. For the new viewers, I must tell you that we have done another previous video session in which we have discussed about this tree, the short or the fruitful trick in which through which you can draw your own structure, the 6 carbon compound structures. So go back and see the video if you want to. Then coming to gladly, that is glucose. If we draw glucose with this trick, this G is at left, it is at right of E, and E is at the left of G. For G, this H is at the left. Then for E, this H is at the left. For A, H is at right, and this G again comes at the left of A. Then this H is at left. OH, 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 and again OH. Here it is CHO and CH2OH. See, so these are the structures. These are the diastereoisomers with each other. If you see this allose, compare it with any one of these 7. Compare this allose with any of these 7. You can see that there is a change in the arrangement of OH and H in everyone. There is the change in arrangement of H and OH in everyone. So just see, for example, this one is the carbon number 1, this is carbon number 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. So if we see the carbon number 2, which is the chiral carbon, in case of allose and altrose, there is a change. This chiral carbon's OH is at the left and it has OH in the right. So there is a change. In case of carbon number 3, there is no change. 4, no change. 5, no change. So these two are epimers. These two are epimers with each other, or these two can be called as epimers, in which they are epimeric at carbon number 2. They are epimeric at carbon number 2. Just compare this allose with this glucose. This allose has OH of this second carbon at the right, but in case of glucose, this second carbon has OH in right. These are same. But in case of carbon number 3, this carbon number 3 in case of allose has OH in the right, but in case of glucose it has OH in the left. So these allose and glucose are again epimers. But if you compare this altrose with this glucose, see this carbon number 2, there is a change. This carbon number 3, again there is a change. So these two compounds are not epimers. Because there is a change in both the chiral carbons. There is a change in 2 chiral carbons. So these two compounds like altrose, allose and glucose are epimers, but in case of altrose and glucose they are not epimers. Okay, so these are the basic things. All the compounds we have drawn here are D forms. All the compounds that we have drawn here are D forms. If you want to draw the L form, just take this tree as example, as your trick, and make the first one glyceraldehyde. Make this L and everything will come as L. So one thing I would like to say, that when answering the question differentiate diastereoisomers and epimers, students used to say that what to write here, how to differentiate this. Usually we differentiate by making 2 columns, but in this case you are not going to make these kind of columns. You just write that diastereoisomers are the isomers which do have the change in spatial arrangements at any chiral carbon. Spatial arrangements of what? OH and H. But in case of epimers, it can be seen that the spatial arrangement of OH and H changes at only one chiral carbon. And then to draw these monosaccharides, just draw these monosaccharides just beneath the writing whatever you have wrote earlier, and after that those drawings, just say that there is a change in chiral carbon number, that is 2 and 3 in case of aldose and glucose. So these are not epimers, these are diastereoisomers, and in case of allose and aldose there is a spatial arrangements change in chiral carbon number, that is number 1. Number 2, there is a change in carbon number 2 in case of allose and aldose. So these are epimers with each other. That answer will be the best answer for you. So thank you very much. Hope you have understood the concept of diastereoisomers and epimers. We'll see you in the next video.